this video, we are going to look at the fascinating science of why your brain deletes new words, and I will share a simple 3-step system to help you remember new vocabulary forever. Picture this. You're having a great conversation in English. You feel confident, your flow is good, and you're just about to make a brilliant point. But suddenly everything grinds to a halt. There is a specific word you learned just 3 days ago. It's perfect for this exact moment. You can feel it sitting right on the tip of your tongue. You know what it starts with. You can almost see it written down in your head. But your brain completely refuses to hand it over. You end up using a basic word instead, feeling like your vocabulary is stuck in quicksand. If this has happened to you, trust me, you are not alone, and your memory isn't broken. This is actually a fundamental design feature of the human brain. Today, we are going to dive into the fascinating neuroscience of why your brain aggressively deletes new words. And more importantly, I'm going to share a simple, 3-step framework backed by science that will force your brain to remember new vocabulary forever. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to move words from your temporary mental scratchpad into your permanent linguistic vault. To fix the problem, we first have to understand why it happens. Your brain is a survival machine, not a dictionary. Every single second, you are bombarded with millions of bits of information like sounds, sights, data, and new words. If your brain kept all of it, it would overheat and crash. So it has a built-in security guard whose job is to throw out anything that doesn't seem vital to your immediate survival. Back in the late 19th century, a German psychologist named Hermann Ebbinghaus discovered something called the forgetting curve. He found that when you learn something new, like a piece of vocabulary, your retention drops to just 40% within the first 24 hours if you do nothing with it. Within a week, nearly 80% of that knowledge is wiped clean. Think of your brain like a busy rainforest. When you look up a new word in a dictionary, you're stepping into the jungle and trampling down a tiny temporary path. But if you walk that path only once, the jungle grows back overnight. The next time you look for it, the path is completely gone. This brings us to the core issue for advanced language learners, the massive gap between your passive vocabulary and your active vocabulary. Passive vocabulary is the collection of words you recognize when you hear them in a podcast or see them in a book. Your brain says, "Oh yeah, I know that one." Active vocabulary consists of the words you can effortlessly pull out of thin air while speaking or writing under pressure. Most language learners spend 90% of their time feeding their passive vocabulary by reading and listening, and almost no time building the permanent bridges required for active speech. If you want to beat the forgetting curve, you have to hack the brain's filtering system. You need to trick the security guard into thinking that this new word is absolutely essential to your daily life. Here is the 3-step science-backed system to do exactly that. Step 1 is spaced repetition. If you review a word 10 times in one single afternoon, that's called cramming. Your brain realizes it's the same afternoon, gets bored, and discards it. Instead, you need to hack the system using spaced repetition. This means reviewing the word right at the exact moment you are about to forget it. Every time you successfully recall a word right before it slips away, you blast that jungle path with concrete, and it becomes permanent. Instead of studying a list for an hour on Monday, try reviewing the word 24 hours after learning it, then 3 days later, then 7 days later, and finally 30 days later. You can automate this easily using flashcard apps, or simply by keeping a structured vocabulary journal. Step 2 is deep processing through self-generation. Most people memorize dry definitions. They write down something simple like meticulous means very careful. That is dry and boring, and your brain hates dry data. To anchor a word, you must use deep processing. This is a psychological concept proving that the more mental energy you spend analyzing a word, the better you remember it. Don't just copy a generic example sentence from Google. Write a sentence that is deeply personal, emotional, or funny about your own life. If you learn the word perseverance, which means continuing to try despite difficulties, don't write, "He showed perseverance." Instead, write something like, "Learning to edit video on a slow laptop required massive perseverance." Now, the word is chemically tied to a real emotion and memory in your brain. Step 3 is immediate retrieval practice. Recognition is not the same as recall. Reading a word over and over is passive. You need to force your brain to retrieve it from scratch. The moment you learn a new word, you have a 24-hour golden window where you need to output it. Use it in a comment on a video. type it in a message to a friend, or say it out loud in front of the mirror while practicing a speech. Think of it like software. Reading is downloading, while speaking is running the program. If you never run the program, the file just sits there until it gets corrupted and deleted. Now that you have the framework, how do you actually turn this into a daily habit without spending 4 hours a day studying dictionaries? Advanced learners don't study harder. They study smarter by embedding vocabulary into their daily lifestyle routines. Here are 2 tiny habits you can start tonight. First, follow the 3-word golden rule. Stop trying to learn 20 words a day. It's overwhelming and unsustainable. Instead, commit to a maximum of 3 words per day. That sounds small, but let's look at the compounding math. 3 words a day is roughly 90 words a month. In a year, that is over 1,000 high-level active vocabulary words. 1,000 advanced words will completely transform how you sound in professional meetings, interviews, or casual social gatherings. Quality always beats quantity. Second, use contextual mining. Never learn isolated words from random alphabetical lists. Always mine your words from real context, like movies you watch, books you read, or podcasts you listen to. When you learn a word in context, it arrives in your mind with friends. It comes attached to prepositions, natural word pairings, and a specific tone. It feels real, so it stays real. At the end of the day, expanding your vocabulary isn't about being a genius or having a photographic memory. It's simply about respecting how the human brain works. Stop fighting against your brain's natural filtering system and start working with it using spaced repetition, personal connection, and active production. The next time you forget a word, don't get frustrated. Smile, recognize that your brain is just doing its job, and go recreate that path in the jungle one more time. If you found these strategies helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into advanced learning and communication mastery. Now, I want to challenge you right now to practice step 3 of our framework. Drop a comment below using at least 1 new word you learned this week in a completely original, personal sentence. I will personally read them and give you feedback. Thank you so much for watching, keep practicing, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye for now.